Hello, everybody. Welcome, party people. I just stole that from Pine Time. I hope you are all having a fantastic night. Kettles was first. Thank you, Kettles. Gotta turn off my phone here. Tonight, the goal is to beat Mega Man, aka Rockman 5. That is the goal. I may need some Sherpa-ing. In fact, I will need some Sherpa-ing. Just letting me know enemy weaknesses. I gotta get my password up as well. But I'm going to be going to Crystal Man stage. So the first couple, maybe the first couple 10, 15 minutes are going to be a little bit boring. Because I'm just going to be getting resources. And then I'm going to be moving on to the blues stages. And then I'm going to be moving on to the Wily stages. As I failed last time. So I hope this can be more... It's not fortuitous. Fortuitous would be a good word. But it's the word is like fruit. Hey, what's going on, Van? Nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Over on the YouTubes. By the way, if you're on YouTube and I don't respond to you, that's because I'm going to play on my my TV, and I can only see what's going on Twitch. So I highly recommend, if you're watching us, to go on the Twitches. But if you are over on the YouTubes, still appreciate it, still love you. I just won't be able to watch it. Shane will be. And now my dog wants to leave. As soon as I start streaming, my dog wants to get out of the room. This is how this works. I don't have a... You know what? I'm avoiding that joke. All right. I'm going to let my dog out real quick. 1 second. Super fighting robot. What's up, Keaton? What's up, freak? Yes, I know. Very neat.
mean, I don't know why he thinks that I can see YouTube. I don't know what manner of magic he thinks I can
I
see.
know you probably don't like Twitch fan. I watch you on. The funny thing is I was watch fan on YouTube over at Van Fernal's Stream Fridays. You should go check that out. A member or formerly a member of Super Garbage Day. A bad takes political commentator reference. Oh, politics. They're great, aren't they? No. Van Fernal, exactly. All right, I'm going to start this playthrough. Also, hi, Shane.
I
All right. Sure, everything's starting here. Get that going. Hey, Randall. Also, another reason I'm late is because I was playing some Mass Effect 2. That game is so good.
Mm.
Oh, gotta get my password up. When you know you're going to be out of the country for a week and you're not going to be able to play anything, you try to get as far ahead as you can. Alright. I'm going to be gone quite a bit this year, especially for me. I haven't gone like anywhere in forever. Even for business. Who's Rockman? I have no idea. This was released after Mega Man X, right? The funny thing is like, it wasn't that far off. I don't think. Alright. Going to Timu Gemini Man stages here. There's supposed to be some tanks. E-tanks and M-tanks I can pick up. Hopefully it's not too long. I'm going to... This is to gather some resources, and to gather resources only. I mean, obviously, they're all dead. Yeah, well, I can't die on the way there. That's kind of an issue. Can't do that. This might take longer than I want. Stone Man has a quick, I think pretty quick way to get E-tanks and Stone Man stage as well. I just want the quickest way to get all those tanks because, unfortunately, they don't carry over and had quite a few. Mega Man X was 93 in North America. Maybe it was 94. So if we do a COG 94... Mega Man X would be part of that. So this is actually 2 years before Mega Man X in North America. Because I remember COG 92, we did Mega Man 5. I gotta say, I gotta prefer, I prefer 4 over 5. No hate against 5, but I think 4 is a better game. Ooh. All the way back, huh? I may have, like, not done the best choice here. Mega Man X will win that? I mean, God, I hope so. But also, there's a lot in 94 that would have to compete against. Donkey Kong Country, Final Fantasy 6. Yeah, there's a lot. Sonic 3, I think?
Alright, I have a question.
Yes.
So, for Magic Knight Ray Earth, should I get the unworking designs patch for it?
It doesn't really matter. The game's not hard no matter what you do. The difficulty is ramped up quite a bit for the North American version, the working designs version. But, like, I didn't struggle. like, there's some very broken mechanics, and we'll talk about that. But it would be interesting to see what you think going that route, because I almost did that myself. I was like, no, I should probably review the game as it came out here.
Well, you know what? I might just do that, because it was originally developed to be played by 12-year-old Japanese schoolgirls. And
Yes.
I feel like that's exactly my level of difficulty I want.
I mean, true. And, yeah, like, the North American version is, like, it's still stupid easy. So, considering that the Japanese version is easier, I mean, hey. What? I can't get this timing down. Oh my god, I don't think I died one time going through the stage. Before. And now I'm, like, dying all the time. This is pathetic. I was trying to get E-tanks, too. My stress level's way too high already. What's going on, man?
Actually, Van Fernal does have a good question.
What's that?
Does Working Designs put their own weird spin on the dialogue in that game, too?
Of course they do. Not
See,
that...
the thing is I actually kind of like their dialogue choices.
Yeah, it's not... The thing is it's not as bad or good as, oh my god. As it was in previous games, so... I can't make it past this stage. What is going on? I'm gonna have to do this multiple times. I'll probably just go to Stoneman stage to get that E-tank, because I remember that being easier. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. But, like, yeah, I mean, in terms of how they did it, it's nowhere near as, noticeable as it was in, like, other Working Designs games. So, I mean, that might, like, be an advertisement or a detractor, depending on who you are. The Unworking Designs version, by the way, is not retranslated. Like, it still has the Working Designs script.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, what is going on? Why can't I make that jump? This is ridiculous. Oh, man. And my problems with Mega Man 5 persist.
Oh, wow, no way. I didn't know they released Magic Carpet for the Saturn.
Yeah.
Huh. I always thought that was a PC exclusive.
It came out on the PlayStation as well.
Huh. Wonder if those versions were any better.
What is with the patterns?
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
Like I said, it's like really funny because I made it through the stage with no issues when I played this live on stream last time. Now I'm just trying to get items and it's like, no, you can't advance. Fuck you. I thought I was just trying to speedrun that. Oh my god. I just want E-tanks, man. I just want E-tanks. That's all I want, because they took them all away from me on my last playthrough. I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to get the pattern of the crystals down, too, and it's just like... The only pattern is there is no pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh my god, it didn't hit me as I was trying to jump. Hey, got an E-tank. Now, I think there's an M-tank somewhere. If I could easily access that. If I can easily access that... Okay, I can easily access that. Cool. Now I don't care about dying. Now it's fine. In fact, I'd probably be better to die. Reset the items. And now there's no quick deaths. Of course there's no quick deaths now. Oh, spikes. Sweet. Okay, cool. Albion. What's Albion? Master of Albion. Yeah, I don't know what the pattern is, Van. Did I just get an extra life? Famous last words. Well, let them be last words. Boom. Okay, just need to die one more time. Peter Molyneux's latest scam. Oh, Peter Molyneux. Maybe Peter Molyneux can save Ubisoft. He has a French last name.
Is that all it takes?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, can't be worse. Actually, I don't really care if Ubisoft gets saved. I'm kind of happy they're dead. Big megalith of a company that I remember when I first started having my issues with them, I was cheering for them to die. Back on the Sterling show, all the way back in the day, when it was okay to hate Ubisoft weekly for the nonsense that they always did. But then all of a sudden they started pandering to certain audiences, and then like, oh no, we gotta make sure Ubisoft survives. Like, wait, what? No! No! Like, fuck them. It's always been fuck them. Why do we like them now? We don't. Okay. No, I shouldn't have grabbed that. Well, I think that's a big problem with the industry as a whole, Lucas. By the way, Lucas of Game Over Hill, go check it out. Is that I just think a lot of development studios are bloated. They're just way too big. I think that's why... I don't think that's why you see an increase in game prices. I don't want to go that far. I think there is some there's definitely some corporate greed there. But, like, you have to manage payroll to an extent. And so the more people you have on staff, the more money you have to pay them. Also, the more money you're going to have to put into towards just development in general. I don't say that implicitly explains the increase in prices of games, but it doesn't help. So I really want to see games made with, like, smaller staffs. I don't want to see more Expedition 33s, but I want to see more games developed in the spirit of Expedition 33. And I've been saying this for years because Activision was created by ex-staff of Atari because they're like, we're done dealing with your bullshit. That's the origins of Activision. A lot of people forget that, is that Activision was an independent company fighting against the man when they started out. Of all companies, right? And I wanted to see more of that. I've been saying that. I've said if the industry doesn't do that... Oh, you can only get one M-Tank, apparently. Oh, interesting. Okay, now I can die. Might as well go to... I think Stoneman has an easier setup. I'll go to Stoneman and get the remaining E-Tanks. Oh, that USAID money dried up? I don't know about that. I know what you're talking about. Don't want to get into that. I just want to like lay it more on the more like a basic side of it, right? Which is, you know, like all these companies became bloated and they became mega corporate and they stopped caring about what it meant to make games. And I've said this on podcasts where we've talked about EA. I think I said it on the Main Quest. Go check out the Main Quest, friend of the show, Keith Gasper. How they used to have advertisements for EA games where they said, you know, essentially, can a video game make you cry? And so they were really trying to make video games art. Now that EA is dead. That and that was like Trip Hawkins EA, oddly enough. And like that company is long gone now. And so yeah, I would love to see a video game crash for a multitude of reasons. And I'll point that out when I get back from letting the other dog out, of course, because
so we can buy the dip.
Yes. Well, that too. But I don't mind buying the dip. Not optimistic about Ubisoft's future. No, I mean, they have no future. I think everyone just left the company and their stock went... Their stock imploded, which is saying something because their stock was just completely obliterated anyway. Essentially, Ubisoft is Tencent right now. But, you don't think there'll be a crash? I mean, that's... I'm not saying there will or won't be. What I'm saying is I want there to be a crash. And because I think, like, there was some information that came out... Not information, but, like, it makes it sound like a dossier or some shit, right? But, like, 10,000 games came out last year. Something like that. 10,000 games! How is anyone supposed to recoup their investment? And I'm not speaking like a company stock market investment, right? I'm talking about like the time and resources it takes to actually make a product. Like, how are people supposed to pay themselves? How are people supposed to, you know, see the fruits of their labor when you have 10,000 products out there all competing with each other? The market is saturated. And this is what led to the 1983 crash. But back then, video games were much more niche. They're certainly around now, but, you know, the market can't sustain 10,000 new products. It just can't happen. And that's not, like, knocking on any sort of developers or indie games or anything like that. But there has to be some sort of realization that, like, look, you can't just make games and put them out there in the market and expect them to all to do well. That's not, like, we don't live in some sort of fantasy world. People have limited time, people have limited resources, not everything is going to be successful. And, like, that's fine. That's reality. And so if the video game market actually did crash, I think it would be hugely beneficial, because I think we would get, not to say there's not a bounty of quality right now, there's probably tons of quality, but nothing feels unique. And the things that do feel unique are few and far between. Like, people say, well, what about Expedition 33? And be like, yeah, absolutely. But I think that the fact that Expedition 33 was nominated for so many games at the nominated for so many awards at the Game Awards wasn't indicative of its quality per se, but like just how everything else just wasn't like innovative or different or unique. And I like, same thing for the Academy Awards this year. Not saying Sinners is a bad movie. It sounds fantastic. I would love to watch Sinners, by the way. But when one movie gets nominated for everything, it just means like the other things just aren't up to snuff in terms of just like something special, something unique, something good. It's the typical year-over-year unlimited growth corporate model. I mean, you're not wrong. And this is why I think like video game companies should go private. And I know that like EA did, right? Because they went to the Saudis. But like, I hate to say it, but like, it wouldn't bother me too much to see more game companies go private where they don't have to report anything to anybody. And just make what you want. That's kind of like my ideal vision for the future of gaming. And so, like, is it like, hey, Chris, does that mean, like, you just want to see indies? Like, no, that's not what I want. I do still want to see indies. I love indies. The indie games are really keeping the industry afloat right now. Can I die just going up here? No. But I do like when a AAA gaming scene is thriving. Like, I have nothing against the AAA gaming scene. I just want AAA games to be good. I want them to feel solid. I want them to be quality. I want them to be memorable. I want them to actually live up to that title, being a AAA experience. That's what I want from AAA. And right now, everything usually is just open world slop, or a first-person shooter slop, or something to that effect. And or a third-person, like, what do they call it, like Fortnite's, that crap. I think it's okay for a game to be more of the same as long as they know what to expect and invest accordingly. I mean, yeah, I mean, Expedition 33 is technically more, it's a throwback. Like, it's kind of a throwback to an era that everyone said was dead. Square thought was dead. That's why Final Fantasy is Devil May Cry now. Because Square thought, yeah, we can't do this turn-based stuff. Well, you can. You just didn't believe in it, so now all the resources that could have gone to making a really good turn-based Final Fantasy game go to Final May Cry. And it didn't do as well as like even Final Fantasy 15 did. I don't know, maybe Final Fantasy 16 is better than Final Fantasy 15. I don't know. I thought Final Fantasy 15 was a fine game until the second half, and then it just completely fell apart. But it didn't feel like a Final Fantasy. That's for damn sure. So I don't know what 16's like. Square's been trying this gen. The problem is budget. I think that's the problem overall with everything right now, is budget. It's bloated. These companies have too many people. We're forgetting, and like, I'm not saying games can be made the same way anymore. Like, I don't want to say that. But what I do want to say, when I say this, is that, like, pretty much everyone who's watching this, listens to this show, part of this community, we all grew up in an era where games were made by 10 people sitting in a fucking tiny-ass room, like, pounding Luckies. Like, that was the reality. It's pounding unfiltered Lucky Strikes. Working, like, 80-hour weeks. That's what they were doing. 10-person teams. All in Japan. And it's not like that anymore. Now, like, staffs have like 1,000, 2,000 people. How is that sustainable? How on earth is that sustainable? And they keep saying, well, you know, it's bigger than the movie industry. And it's like, okay, yeah, and what's happening with the movie industry right now? They're not exactly doing too hot either. I think like you should stop comparing yourselves to another industry too. I think that's another factor. But yeah, I wish there were. I don't want more games. I think there are too many games out on the market right now. Far too many games. I would actually like to see that shrink. And I'm not saying I want all AAA games. I certainly don't, because I think like, oh my god, indies have really. I think indies have made everything better. I do like my indie games. But I want AAA games to feel like AAA games again. And maybe I'm projecting, because I think for some gamers that is the case. I mean, people are looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm not. I haven't played a Grand Theft Auto game since Vice City. Just because open world doesn't interest me. The Grand Theft Auto games just haven't interested me. Like, I find them boring. I think they kind of suck. But I'm not the gaming community. I'm just one person. Hey, what's going on, Super Dave? Indies suffer from saturation. No. They do suffer from saturation. They definitely do. When I say 10,000 games like came out last year, I guarantee you that like 9,500 of them were indie games. That's a problem. They're not going to be able to recoup their resources. That's not going to happen. Super Dave is from the Anime Field Guide. Keep your ears peeled there. You might be hearing from me on that show soon, if it hasn't already come out. I don't think it has. I haven't seen any notifications, so keep your ears peeled. Just listen to it in general. Fuck it. Don't keep your ears peeled for me. Listen to the Anime Field Guide. It's a great show. Just listen to it. And Super Dave will be on our show here soon on the Retro Hangover podcast to talk about some ghosts in the shell. I think this is go really deeper. Hey, I mean, I would love to have a full discussion about this on the podcast. I don't know where it would go, but it would be fun. And, I don't know. Who do you think would be a good guest to bring on about this? I agree with that. I think there is some greed there, but I think there's also some hubris. I think there is some naivete. But I mean, I don't necessarily think some of that's like a bad thing. I think the fact is that more people can create games. I think that's good. But at the same time, it's like this takes time, effort, and, blood, sweat, and tears. And if you put something out there and no one buys it, like, that sucks. That's a shitty feeling. Like, that's just as any creator of anything. When you put yourself out there and no one listens to it, and no one watches it or buys it or sees it or pays attention to it. Like, that is an empty feeling. And you feel like you're running against the wind. It sucks, man. But it doesn't stop people from doing it. And I wouldn't want to stop people from doing it. But it just comes to the point where, like, you look at the market and it's like, if I have way more games than I'm going to be able to play in my entire life in this room that I'm sitting in right now. I will never be able to play all these games. I know that. That's not going to stop me from buying more games because I'm an idiot. But if there's 10,000 games that are coming out every year, let's just say it's even 5,000 games. Like, who has the time for that? I think it's telling that, like, people know of and can describe, like, people my age who grew up on games can probably know about and if you still love gaming, by the way, like half of the Nintendo Entertainment Systems library. It doesn't mean you liked it or you played it, but you know about it. How many people could even tell you a quarter of the PlayStation 4s? I kind of want to get back to that. I wish there was more homogeny in the gaming, and not in terms of topics or stuff like that, but just of, how do I put this? Like a gaming culture where like, oh, like even if you don't play the game or know the game type or whatever, at least you know of it. At least you know what kind of game it is. Like the music industry is driven into the ground pretty much. TV is pretty much over. TV is pretty much over. Movie is a bit weird right now. No, I think movies are pretty much over. If TVs are over, like movies are over. Music, yeah, music's done. Music is done. Maybe I just say that with like a boomer mentality though. So. And I said this, someone said something about AI, and I don't want to get into the whole entire debate about AI, because I know that's a touchy subject for some people. Alright, I'm going to head over to blue stages. Alright, I'm ready. But they're saying something about art and creation and how it's diluted, and I'm like, it's already kind of diluted. No one really, there's no unifying culture around music right now. There's no Elvis. There's no Michael Jackson. Like, those things don't exist. In an era, like, even if you didn't like Michael Jackson, you knew who Michael Jackson was. Even if you didn't like Elvis, you knew who Elvis was. You knew who Madonna was. I mean, people know who Metallica was. You know, they're still around. Kind of.
I mean, I think it's fair to mostly refer to them in the past tense at this point.
I think, yeah. But, like, there are certain things that are just unifying about certain media. And I think a lot of that's just because of social media, the internet, what have you. Because everything has just been so democratized in terms of how you produce things, that unifying culture and what people get from things has just been eroded to a severe degree. And you could say, well, that makes it better. You could say it makes it worse, but it is a factor. And it does exist. It is real. Attention spans are in the toilet? Yes. I miss when gaming talk was fun. Y'all and the other podcast groups are pretty much it for me. Everything else is too tribalized. I think tribalization is... That's a huge problem. And not just in video games, but I mean, we're talking about video games here. But yes, tribalization is a problem. Certainly is. Convenience comes at a price. Yes, it does. But yeah, I mean, I do miss when... I miss when big releases were big releases. I do miss that. I miss events. I miss things being important. Like the Nintendo Switch release, Switch 2 release. It happened. It didn't feel important though. And that kind of sucks. And I still haven't opened mine. It's sitting right behind me. I haven't opened it. And like the biggest reason I bought it, and this is the crazy thing, I bought it because I was worried about the price going up. Which seems to be valid. Unfortunately. Yeah, they have grown up on free-to-play stuff. That is a real factor. That is a real thing. We can't pretend it's not. Oof. Oh, this part. Oh my god. Okay, that was a lot easier than last time, thank God. Seems I learned a thing or two. Yeah, Switch 2 just, I don't know, man. It doesn't feel... It doesn't feel like a big deal to me. Like, I don't care about it. At all. Okay, what's the weakness for this motherfucker? I think it's Mega Buster. How many lives do I have left? Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna try something. Hey, beat great. Beat is great. Switch's ecosystem. I like the feeling of the Switch, man. I think that, like, the corporatism that just happened over the past decade has really ruined the feeling of what Switch could do when it could do it. I think the Switch is a fantastic console. It might be my favorite Nintendo console. Don't tell that to my Wii U waifu, okay? But it's a really good console. Yeah, I think that's where Nintendo is excelling, is that mean, they still know they're a video game company. As corporate as they have become, they still know they're a video game company, which is great. I agree with the Switch. I don't know if I agree with console, but I agree that unless you're saying you agree that is one of the best consoles Nintendo's ever made, then I think we can agree. But I can't agree with a machine. I know I'm being a jackass. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I was just being a dick. I made it! I know. But I know what you meant. I was just trying to be funny. I like how I only get the option to continue. It's like, ha, suck it, loser. You can't go back. You can't collect E-tanks. Yo, there's so many things about the Wii U that I just miss. I wish Nintendo carried over, and I understand why they didn't. But it makes me so sad how people just didn't. They didn't even try to embrace it. That's the worst. That's what pisses me off most about the Wii U. Is people will laugh at it and make fun of it, and it's like, you didn't even try to see what it was all about. And I know, like, this is me, like, just kind of being a Wii U homer right now, right? But, I mean... yeah. But, haha! Using enemy weapons! It's like Mega Man was designed for this or something. That's weird. Yo, like, I got lost in Xenoblade X, man. I don't think it's as good as Xenoblade Chronicles, but I played so much of that game. I got lost in that world. It was phenomenal. I love the Wii U OS. I do too, man. Like, I was on a Still Loading podcast recently with Josh Koval. Go check it out. And, like, we were talking about our favorite controllers, and the two of them put it relatively low. Which, fine. I mean, everyone can have their opinion. You're entitled to your wrong opinion, of course. But, like, one of the things that always sticks out to me is back in 2013, when Netflix and Hulu were still, like, new things. I think it was Hulu that I was watching this on. Anyway, I watched shows on Hulu or Netflix or whatever. And, like, there would be an option where you could just rapidly change the show to the gamepad. Or you could swap between shows on the gamepad while the actual show was still playing on the TV. Or you could, like, be watching on the TV. You could use it as your cable remote. And be watching a game on the TV and have, like, the sports stats on your Wii U at the same time. Not saying the Wii U is powering like, the TV, because it wasn't. Oh my god. Don't die here. Apparently won't take the tiger away. That's fine. Just gotta get here. Okay. You can guess where I put the Saturn controller. I think that's pretty obvious. I put it higher than the Wii U.
Apparently anybody who is interested in this and doesn't already know, evidently the Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl.
Seahawks Patriots again, huh?
It would seem that way.
Okay. That sucks. It's not the Bears. The second screening before it was cool. Yes! And the thing is like, this people didn't, like, give it a shot. And that's what's depressing.
I mean, technically, the DS was second screening before it was cool.
Well, I mean, if you want to get very technical, which is the best kind of technical.
I do.
My wife pretends to be a Seahawks fan, so she'll be excited. She's only a Seahawks fan when they're doing well. Other than that, you won't hear her talk about anything. So now that they made it to the Super Bowl, I'm sure I'm going to hear her say something about it. Die, Teemo Metroids. But yeah, man, I love the Wii U. I will always love the Wii U. I kind of wish I was playing Mass Effect 2 on the Wii U. But I'm also happy that I loaded up my if I didn't have my 360 saves, I definitely would have done that. Played on the Wii U. Well, Mass Effect 3 is... No, 2 isn't on there. 3 is. Never mind. I keep forgetting that. From the 3DS era. I honestly wish I had liked... I won't say liked 3DS. I'm pretty sure I would have loved the 3DS. I had phased out of portable gaming by then. Like, I was just done with it. Not because it was bad. I can't explain why. Like, it just kind of got... I just had this mentality where it's like, you know what? I don't care about this anymore. I just completely missed an E-Tank. That's fine. Stop it! hate respawning enemies. Well, at least I get a redemption on the E-Tank. That's good. Ah, come on! What the fuck was that? Fuck you, Rush! What are you doing? Well, at least I got an E-Tank there. The good news is if I die in this stage, I get plenty of E-Tank goose. No, I hit jump! Fucking hell! All the way back here, huh? So Rush can fail me again. Oh my god. Oh my god, Rush. Rush, what did you do? You killed me.
So these are some of your favorite games, right? You really like these?
Yes. I won't hear anything else.
All right. No, that's cool.
Can't wait to make you play this later this year. It's gonna be great.
Like 5?
No.
Typically?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say
1 through 3.
yeah, which may or may not be worse. I don't know.
I think they're better. Not 3. I've really soured on 3. Do you prefer this or 6? I guess I'll find out. I have not made that way. I have not made it very far in 6. I think my favorite is probably 4. Maybe hot take? I don't know. I don't think 4 gets any love, and I hate that. And even after replaying them all, like, 4 is probably number 1. How many lives do I have left? 1. I forgot what the weakness to this guy was. So, you know what? It's beat. See? You don't mess with beat, man. Die, monster. Legacy Collection. I have it on the PS2. That's how I normally play these games. I used to have all of them for the original PlayStation, way back in the day. Oh, is this the level I seriously hate? Castlevania ass stage. Nesticle. I love Nesticle. What is his weakness, people? What is his weakness? Fuck, 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 fuck. I will find out. Says use beat. Thanks, guide. Yeah, well, you're not helping. Okay, Star Crash. So I'll use beat until that's worn out. I'll use Star Crash. What was the other one? Star Crash and Power Stone. Yeah, let's not die here. Or I wasted my beat. Die. Okay, cool. Something something. Rockman. Something something something. Tar something. A bruise. Something 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 something. Something something something. Something something something. Dr. Wily. Something something something. That's not ha ha ha. But it's ho 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 ho. That text was moving really fast.
Does the Mega Man Legacy Collection have a save state or quick save function?
I almost guarantee you it does. Yay! You know what? It's probably beneficial to waste a life here.
Picked does and rewind. Sweet.
All right, cool.
Well, then I know how I'm gonna play that then, because that Legacy Collection was also released for the 3DS,
It was.
aka the console that I have that is
Totally not hacked.
cracked wide open.
Yeah. I did that to my 2DS. Like the
Like the doorstop.
the doorstop one. Not my new 2DS XL, and I kind of regret that because it is super easy to hack. Like, that's not just a meme, it's true.
No, yeah, it really is.
Something tells me someone at Nintendo, like, knows that. And they just put on a hard face, and it's like, yeah, we don't care. We know your guys are hacking this. Do what you need to do. Be the penguin running for the mountains.
I mean, listen, man. I played fair and had it legit and bought my games legit until they shut the entire thing down, and then I was like, well, all right.
Look, if you don't want my money, I'm not stealing from you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's just kind of my mentality. You don't want to take my money? Okay, fine, fuck you. I'm going to take it.
Got the Mike Matei seal of rejection. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, not him. Not Mike Matei. Doesn't... I bet you, like, there's a version of the Angry Video Game Nerd video game that has save states. Guarantee you. I know of the NES one there will be save states, because that's an actual cartridge. I purchased it. I just wonder if when I'll get it. No idea. It is limited run, so could be a month from now, could be 12 months from now. That's the fun. Oh, this... Oh my god, this part. This is gonna be... The question is, will I complete this by 11? Probably not. Oh, I hate this. This part is... Oh, boy. They're like, do you like to slide? Slide. You know, for as much shit that as Mega Man 8 gets, how does this part not get as much shit, if not more? Because this part's dog shit. Like, look at this. You have to, like, get pixel perfect sliding here. Whew! I think I still have 2 lives. 1. Okay. primary weakness is crystal. I remember beating this guy with Mega Buster. So since I have 1 life, I don't want to use my E-tanks for this yet. So I just want to remember the strategy here. Which is, yeah. That's right. I gotta. Okay, that was not meant to happen. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so I gotta use E-tanks for this one. Because I don't want to start this level over, because this level's a giant pain in the ass. Trying to figure out how I took damage there, but that's fine. Apparently you, like, can't even think about the edges. Ah! Fucking hell. I kind of see what the strategy was, and I just didn't use it. I didn't use the strategy. Hey, Chubbles. Nice to see you. I remember last time I jumped right into the spikes, and it's like I quit. At least there's an E-tank right there. This game is, like, brutal when it wants to be, but it's almost overly generous. It's very strange. Like, it knows when to turn up the heat. Alright, Saves. Take care, and make sure that if you're watching this, that you go check out the Anime Field Guide, where Super Dave is from. You should go check that out. Take care, Dave. Have a good one. Stay warm. I know you'll be warm in a minute, knowing where you are. Surprised that you are cold, and we are not. But that's just how things are right now.
speak of the Josh, and he shall appear.
Josh. Hey! What's going on, Josh? How you doing? Just telling people to check out your show, just so I could tell people what we thought about controllers and such. Hope you're having a good night. Fucking freezing. Josh from the Still Loading podcast. As you see, Still Loading pod. Perfect Dark. Ooh. The last mission. It's ready to be done. Bro, I tried playing Perfect Dark. I played it on, like, my Xbox Series as part of Rare Replay. I could not get into it, man. Like, it's archaic. And I think GoldenEye is better, and people are like, oh no, like Perfect Dark's the improved version. Like, what crack are you smoking?
Well, it was intended to be, I think. Perfect Dark has a lot of performance issues that GoldenEye didn't have.
And GoldenEye had performance issues.
Yeah. Also, without, I mean, not that anybody here probably cares or whatever, but without spoiling anything, I guess, like, I just feel like Perfect Dark's story just kind of goes completely off the rails at the end. Like, it just gets real weird. I don't know. I remember not being a fan. I mean, I liked the game, but the ending was weird. Yeah, no, it really does. It chugs hard. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is like, I remember playing it back in the day when I was a kid, and I remember really liking it. I put a lot of time into Perfect Dark, but I don't think it's aged well.
No. It was a game of its time, for sure.
Yeah. So Chris, what's the how long to beat on Magic Knight Ray Earth?
14 hours.
All right, cool.
You can probably beat it faster than that, though.
The network family television version of Deus Ex. Actually, that's actually a really good way of putting it. And then they completely lost the plot with that Perfect Dark Zero. Is that what it was called? The sequel where they completely changed the character and tried to turn it into like the fucking Mountain Dew X Games Etnies sneakers version of Joanna Dark.
Yeah, people didn't like that. And then, like, this got canceled. Like, the new update got canceled. And people were like, oh my god, it's so sad that it got canceled. I'm pretty sure there's probably a good reason that it got canceled. I just don't... What are you going to do with that franchise, man? Hate to put it that way, but... Oh, God. Okay. This is what I'm told is the weakness. I think Mega Buster is just going to be better. Hesitated, almost used an E-Tank. Thank goodness I didn't. Uh-oh. Why is this level that short? I don't know if you can get 10, so I'm not going to try. Maybe, well, if I die, I'm going to find out. God, I hate this version of Rush Jet. Can I get 10? No, I can't. Okay. Is this the boss rush level? I have a feeling that is what is going on. Yep.
I mean, if you're that close, you might as well. I mean, either that or, you know, it depends. Like, if you feel like you've gotten enough out of it, go just watch a long play. Watch the last, like, 30 minutes or whatever.
You sound like an expert on giving advice that way.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have never done that.
No, of course not. Why would you do that? We're professionals.
Yeah, I am a consummate podcasting professional, and I finish every game that I talk about.
I don't even do that. All right, what's Gyro Man's weakness? Gravity hold. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Was this guy an easy guy, or... I think I remember being with the Mega Buster. You can beat, like, every boss has, like, an innate weakness to the Mega Buster. Which is something like napalm. So I'm gonna Vietnam this guy to death, okay? That took way too much napalm. Hopefully I don't need. Hopefully I don't need that. All right, it's Triton Man, probably Wave Man. Charge kick. Oh, yeah, I remember having to use that. Because this guy sucks. I don't like this guy at all. Okay, cool. This is, I remember this. This is Star Crush. Well, so much for that. Jesus Christ. Oh, this guy's not fun. This guy's Power Stone. Oh God! Just can you hit him? Good gravy. That sucked. Fuck you, Charge Man. Alright. Who's left? Crystal Man. I remember this guy being a bit of a cock, too. Gyro. Okay.
That's Euro. Thank you.
Yeah, Euro Man. He's tasty and delicious.
He chock full of that tzatziki.
Tzatziki. I'm just wasting my E-tanks because I suck. Alright. Oh my god. There's no preventing that. If that happens and I have to restart, I might as well die until I get 9 E-tanks again, because I apparently can't be trusted. Okay. I should have just taken the hit. I should have just taken the hit. I should have just taken the hit. I'm gonna try and just do these dudes with a Mega Buster.
Mega bust them dudes.
Ah! And there begins my downfall. This begins my downfall. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All I had to do was just take one hit. But I couldn't do that. How is that facing the wrong way? See, if I just beat him with the Mega Buster, I can get myself up to 9 more E-tanks, and then I can just fucking take care of him then. Hey, good shit. That was not supposed to be a jump. Okay, so I can get my extra E-tank. Get up to 6. You know what I should do? I should just, because the one I wasted the most amount of E-tanks on was Charge Man. Let's just go to Charge Man and try to get better at fighting him. Because he really irritates the piss out of me. I think it was this one. Yep. God, I hate this weapon! Why does it feel like I can't jump over this motherfucker? Like, if I could jump over him, I wouldn't have a problem with him. But it feels like I can't jump over him. Oh, now I can jump over him. Why was he such a problem before? So I don't really care. I'm just trying to get better at fighting this dude. Because the Power Stone is not doing it for me. Jesus. Alright, another E-tank. Something like the Mega Buster is a better option than the Power Stone, even though the Power Stone's his weakness. Mega Man 5 is such a weird game, man. Ah! Why can't you jump over him? All right. Okay, so I have this formula down. Where as long as I can do something about Charge Man, I'm okay. Okay. Don't have to use anything there. Starman. Okay. I'm gonna take the easy way out here. He wasn't that resistant last time. I don't even think I got hit on that one. What was his weakness? Was it charge kick? I think it was charge kick. Because this guy is a see you next Tuesday. Now he's not that bad. Now I know what to do. Okay, who's this dude? Oh yeah, this guy that I have an unreasonable difficulty managing. Okay. Now, just don't fall in the spikes, Chris. I have 2 lives, so no reason to do anything stupid here. Right, later, Josh. Good seeing you. Happy see ya. By the way, Josh is going to be part of the King of Games next. Next King Games. Already confirmed. Doing a great job over there, too. Can't wait until I can announce the year, if I haven't already. But, yeah, excited, man. Excited for that. Go check out the Still Loading podcast. Yeah, sometimes just take the hit. Okay, cool. Cool. Like I said, fortunately, I don't have to wake up until... I don't have to be at work until noon tomorrow. So, we're beating this game tonight, y'all. Okay, so Mega Buster and beat the next bosses. God damn it. Let me guess, it's going to be there again, ain't it? Yep. How many lives do I have left? 2? Okay. 3. I have 3 lives left. Okay. We'll see how this boss goes. Right, so I'm not using this one. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's just beat this game. The fact that I had to use 2 E-tanks on this is actually kind of embarrassing. Alright. Rockman 5 is done.
Huzzah.
I take it you're updating the YouTube channel. That's why I've been so silent.
Definitely.
You know what's funny is that in the ending of the Mega Man 7, like, Mega Man says he wants to kill his ass. And they censored that in subsequent releases. Alright. Good game, y'all. I don't know how this... I do not know. Well, I do know, because I didn't make it available for ranking. But I think Mega Man 4 is the far superior game to Mega Man 5. In every... Like, not in every way. I think Mega Man 5 has a better soundtrack. Mega Man 4 has a solid soundtrack. Don't get me wrong. It's really good. I think that's the only strength Mega Man 5 might have over 4. Yeah, 4 is a superior game. 4, best Mega Man. Until I play 6. Next time you see me, you catch me streaming, y'all. I got it right here. Rockman 6. The game that Capcom didn't want to bring over. So Nintendo did. But I have it right here. For the Famicom. This is actually how I'm going to get my Mega Man X, and, well, the Super Famicom collection for Mega Man. I'm going to get that, as opposed to the Super Nintendo versions, which are infinitely more expensive. If I do get a Super Nintendo Mega Man game, it will be Mega Man X, because that is, like, my favorite Mega Man game ever. But, yeah. I like the colorful cartridges for the Famicom. Really enjoy it. I like how it's rock solid. It's a little bit heavier than the earlier ones. Makes sense. There's probably more crap in the chipset. If this came out today, the RAM alone in here would be $1 million. They definitely look more like toys than the NES carts, which is ironic, right? Enaf King. We all know who Enaf King is. If you don't, well... Once I am done with the Rockman series, I think I will go to the Guardian Legend. That's going to be what I'm going to stream after that. Because that game looks like a lot of fun. I like how clean this looks, man. Okay, I look forward to that. By the way, if you're watching this, join us on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time until we go to the Spring Forward. Because our delightful host, Lucas, is in Brazil, and they don't believe in daylight saving times there. They're smarter than us. But it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in our Discord. We watch Game Center CX together. And I really wish more people would attend that, because it is a great time. And I understand there's only so many episodes of that. And I would love everyone to share that experience. It's so good. It's so wholesome. It's a nice little time capsule. And if you're into retro gaming, as I would hope you would be, listening to our show, being a member of our community, you will, like, get a blast of nostalgia for many reasons. Not just the games that Areno is playing on Game Center CX, but also kind of the time period specific things that were happening. And to me, it's really nice, because it does remind me of times. Like I said recently, I'm going to go over this in the episode when we talk about this, like, beginning of March. But I've been playing Mass Effect 2. I just started playing that. And I look at the save. I look at the save that I uploaded, and, like, I'm familiar with this game. I remember this game. It's been 16 years since I played that game. I beat that game in early February of 2010, which means when I beat Mass Effect 2, I was 24. And that just blows my mind. It doesn't feel that long ago, man. It doesn't. But if the things like that give you the warm and fuzzies, or the tears, like it kind of does me, like, come on in, watch Game Center CX with us, because there's so much there that will probably remind you of something that happened in your life, maybe of better times, or maybe of just times of when the world was a little simpler, for lack of a better term. And I hope to see you all there. Thank you, Lucas, for hosting that. Well, that was just part of the whole making the American audience take the Nintendo seriously. Nintendo decided, yeah. Why is NES being censored? That's weird. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Shane, I think this concludes our stream for the night. Do you have anything to say to the fine watchers out there in Watcherland, Twitch or YouTube or whatever we do?
Indeed, yes. Well, we are a podcast, as Chris may or may not have mentioned, and you can find all our stuff in one place. It's that link tree up in the top right corner. Please go check that out. Also, you may notice at the bottom of the screen our most recent episode on the Vampire Hunter D game. Man, that sure is a game.
It's a game. It happened.
Yep.
Came out.
Of all of the games that were released, that is one.
It's one of them.
Man, I really liked the movies. Let's just leave it at that. But you should check that out because it's a great episode with the one and only Rick Firestone.
Yes.
Project Radio.
Yes.
So that's all I got. Listen to the show. Go to the link tree. Do the stuff. There you go.
I agree. And just, I already put out the pitch there. Watch some Game Center CX with us. I think I pitched that in one of the episodes recently. Thank you to our latest follower. I think was still our latest follower at the beginning of this. This is A Path Unfound. Thank you, A Path Unfound, for following us. But come and follow us on twitch.tv/retrohangover. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm sure Shane is updating as we speak, because Shane is a very good curator of the YouTubes. I'm sure he is fuming at me for saying that. Yeah.
Guy.
Yes. But go check out our social medias. Discord is where you can communicate with us the most. Mostly because me personally hate all social media. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't care about your blue skies. I don't care about your shitters. I hate all of it. And when I'm on there, I just doom scroll because, who wants to communicate in that fucking pile of misery. But if you want to actually communicate with us, go find us in the Discord, man. Our community's chill. I love our community. It's pretty much, free of all the nonsense that's going on in the world today. We just like to talk about games. And if that's something that interests you, go there. We try to avoid all the other stuff. So would love to see you there. Get some escapism in your life. Escape from the insanity that you are told exists in the real world. Whether or not it's real or not, it doesn't matter. Head over there and just escape from it. That's what we all want, I think. Maybe. Some of you don't. Some of you embrace the chaos, even though you say you don't. You know who you are. But head on over there and watch some Game Center CX with us. We would love it. And listen to our podcast. Shill. And buy coffee. I like coffee. I've just bought a big thing of coffee. Shane, have you bought a big thing of coffee lately?
Actually I haven't, but I think I'm close to being due. So
Brew Year's sale, 25% off at the Bones Coffee on select coffees. Go there. Yes, I am shilling. I don't give a shit. They're not paying us directly. They only pay us if you buy shit. So go buy shit. I don't even know if they still pay us. Do they still? No,
I'm not even sure they're doing that anymore. Actually, so.
I have no idea. I like their coffee, though. Yeah. But that's it. So, until next time, play with your Rockman hard joysticks. Stay warm, everybody. I know I am here in Florida. Bye.